This hunter was on top of him, drowning him, and Joel couldn't get to his gun. Jeez.
I thought The Last of Us Part 2 was an incredible game. I absolutely hated Joel's death beyond belief. I wish he had survived and that we could have had a chance to play as him again. There are so many things I wish Naughty Dog had done, but all we can do now is look toward the future. The Last of Us Part 2 ends off with Ellie letting Abby live, which many people are upset about, which is understandable. I'm indifferent to it because I didn't care much about her, but I did care a lot for Lev, and without her, he would have died. Do I think they will make a Part 3? In time, I think they will. Not sure where it will lead, but because of how open-ended they left the story of Part 2, I think they will make another. Abby and Lev are alive as far as we know, and we have no inclination to where Dina and JJ are. Maybe back in Jackson, but we don't really know. At the end of the game, Ellie is seen walking away from the farm, in which I can only assume is to find Dina. I don't think Naughty Dog would want to leave Ellie's love story with Dina incomplete. That alone might even warrant another game. If or when they make a Part 3, I really hope Ellie is not killed, which is a given. I would definitely like to see a lot more of Tommy. He would probably be really cool to play as well. That would be the next best thing to playing as Joel. I hope we get to play as both Ellie and Tommy, which would be pretty darn cool. I do think that Abby and Lev would be in the game in some way. It would actually be pretty cool to get a chance to play as Lev, even for a small section. However, I do not wish to play as Abby again. Now, if the next The Last of Us game is not Part 3, I would love to see a prequel game about Joel and Tommy in their younger years leading up to the conflict, in which Tommy said,
"I don't ever want to see your goddamn face again."
Making a prequel game where we could play as Joel and possibly Tommy as well would definitely please fans, as I'm pretty sure we all were disappointed that we were not able to play as Joel in Part 2. What do I think a game like that could possibly be about? Maybe it would start off with Joel and his bad group he mentioned before in the first game, and Tommy with the Fireflies. Maybe something happens which causes Joel and Tommy to go on an adventure. It would be cool to give them two separate playable stories until they link up. Maybe the events of this game would lead to their falling out and even Joel meeting Tess. My last idea would be for them to make a game somewhere completely different. Maybe in another country like Japan or England? It would be really cool to see how other countries have been dealing with the cordyceps fungus. It would be all new characters, so they would not be constricted to any sort of character establishments or relationships. Also, given that it's a new setting, they would be able to completely change the infected if they wanted to. Cordyceps in another part of the world could be completely different from what it is in America. Maybe some countries make use of technology more, or even hold up some form of government amongst the chaos. I would love to see what the world is like elsewhere during the apocalypse. And that is about all I have for today. If you enjoyed this video, I ask that you leave it a like and subscribe. I would also like to hear your own ideas and hopes for the Last of Us franchise, so please leave a comment below.
Yeah. I don't think I can ever forgive you for that. But I would like to try.
Like that.